You are faithful, faithful through all things. You are faithful.
Good morning. So, I am so happy that so many of y'all enjoyed me reading from this little book. It is not technically a devotional book, but I'm using it as a devotional book. Many have said they've been able to find it on Amazon. It's an old book I just happened to thrift, and at the time I did not know what the Lord was gonna do, but He put it in my path, and it is just too good not to share with y'all. So I've decided I'm going to read a little segment from this book. And a lot of my videos, not all of them because of just the way that we have to film them and stuff, but today is a new day. It's the start of a new week, and I thought I would share with y'all another little reading from this. I have prayed over it, and I've asked the Lord to just show me the one He wants me to read. And I opened the book and I found one, and I was like, that's not really, I don't know, but I'm not gonna question Him. This is the one He's put there. And like I said, some of these may not be for everyone. You may get something from all of them, but there's so many of us, and we all have our own battles, and we are all going through our own things. So I will timestamp this video, so if you don't want to listen to this, or you're started listening to it and it's not for you, you can fast forward it. But this one is called I Made a Mess of Things. So let's get started. Lord, I acted like a darn fool. I brought all this mess upon myself. Now bless me. It's typical, right? Help me. Give me the courage to face up to my own mistakes. Let my remorse be of some benefit. When I have plunged deeply enough into remorse, maybe I'll be cleansed enough to face the facts about myself. I was wrong. I erred. My reasons for erring are complicated and maybe justified, yet that is no help to anybody now, least of all me. Lord, I've already prayed for the other people harmed in all of this, and I'm doing what I can to make amends. Now, quite frankly, I'm praying for myself. I acknowledge the blame. I'm suffering the consequences. Please don't forsake me. And I think if we're honest, we can all admit we've made a mess of things at some point in our lives. I know I've made a mess of things more times than not, just because I'm human. We make mistakes. We react on impulse. We react on emotion. And especially when I was younger, I like to think that the older me has learned so much from the younger, impulsive me. And it's just, I've made a mess so many times, and I've had to go to the Lord, and He is so merciful and so full of grace that He has helped me during those times. So if you've made a mess of things, don't beat yourself up. We've all done it at some point, if we're honest. Pray. Seek forgiveness on your part where you were wrong, and then allow the Lord to come in and help clean up your mess. I've heard this so many times, and it's so true. He can take a mess and make a message. And so He can take any messes that we make if we allow Him, and He can teach us so much. And it may be a lesson that multiple people can learn from, and it may just be something that you learn from. But He's good like that. He's so good like that. So be encouraged. If you are in a situation or a mess that you've made yourself, God can help you. He will help you. But we do have to acknowledge our faults and our role in the messes that we've created. And in some messes we're in, we didn't necessarily make or create, but God can fix those too. So I hope that helps you. I hope that encourages you. It makes me feel less lonely knowing that Marjorie Holmes has made messes and dealt with them. And yeah, so I love y'all, and I hope this encourages you. Like I said, not every one of them is going to be for everyone at this particular time that you're reading it, but it may be one that you go back to and it's what you need. I don't know. I just felt to share this, and this is the one the Lord had me open the book to, because I have prayed over this for several days. And so yeah, so do with that what you will. I love y'all. I'm gonna finish drinking my coffee, and then I'm going to get dressed because it is hair day, thank God. So I'm going to get my hair done. So I will catch up with y'all in just a little bit. All right, y'all. So I had several people ask if I would show them how I put the curtain clips on my drop cloths. And so I'm going to show y'all that real quick. So what we did was we measured the whole entire drop cloth, and we figured up our measurement from the rod with the clip down to the floor. And I'm going to show you how I come up with my ruffle and how I knew where to put my clips across. But when I hung those up, they're still just a little bit too long. So I then took what was left. I measured the part that was touching the floor. I folded it up to where I wanted it. And then I took that measurement and I'm going to add it to what I already had. Are y'all following me? Okay, let me show y'all real quick what I'm talking about. Okay. Ooh, let me find it. So originally, I had this ruffle at 6.5 inches, but I'm going to add another 1.5 inches to it to make it a full 8 inches, okay? Because it's still too long, and I don't want it where it's at, puddling on the floor is just not gonna work. So I want it to be right at like grazing the floor, even if it's just a smidge above it, I'm okay with that. So I've got to spread my drop cloth out, and I'm going to be using this sewing measuring tape, and I'm going to be adding another 1.5 inches. Yeah, 1.5 inches to what I already have to make it my 8 inches, because I need it to be, this is 6.5, I need it to be 8. And then what I did was I measured between each one of them, they're 9 inches apart. So that gives me 8 hooks per drop cloth. So this is going to be my measurement. Yours may vary, but I'm going to show you how I did it. But if you like the spacing between mine, you can use that because that's 9 inches. But I'm going to be using this. And before I put a clip on, I always measure because it can be deceiving. And then another thing I did was, can you see that I did like a pleat? Okay, what I did, there's 2 ways you can hang it. Well, 2 ways that I know of you can hang it. You could either hang it like this to where there is no pleat, but I wanted to kind of have like a little pleat. So I just kind of took mine, folded it up like that, and then I put the clip on that, and it made like a pleat. So that's how I did mine. That's how I've done my drop cloths. And I was only able at the time to hang up 2 of the drop cloths because these are extremely heavy. And with my other curtains, I didn't need a middle support on that rod. But with these, I needed a middle support. So we had to buy a middle support for the rod. So now that we have that, I'm gonna go ahead and fix these 2 drop cloths with the hooks. And then I'll take the 2 that's up there down and fix those. You follow me? I know it's a little all over the place, but let me point the camera down and show you how I measured it and how I did my pleats. Okay, so you kind of just need to get to where you can spread your drop cloth out. And I'm going to be replacing these clips with the ones I ordered from Amazon. Get over here. So, I'm gonna start here on the outer edge. Like I said, this is 6.5 inches and I need it to be 8. So what I do is I just kind of eyeball it. I take my measure. Like so. And then I just fold this over, like that. And then I'm just gonna work my way down. And then I'm gonna measure in from here, and then I'll know where to pinch it. Would you move? You need that side? And there we have it, 9 inches by 8 inches. So I'm going to hang this one up to be sure it fits and this is gonna work, and then I'll be back. Okay, so that worked perfectly. They fall right there at the floor. They're not too long, they're not puddling. Oh, bless you, Buster. And they work perfectly. So now I'm going to get the other 3 panels done, get them hung up, and show you what it looks like. I'm so excited. This, I'm telling you, this has been a process. I don't think I've ever had this much trouble with curtains before, but it's going to be worth it, and I can't wait to show y'all. So let me get busy. Okay, y'all, are y'all ready to go into the bedroom and see the curtains? I must say that I have never had this much trouble with curtains before in my life, but I absolutely love them. It does not bother me that they're slightly wrinkled, and I think all that'll fall out, you know, eventually. And I love how dark it makes our room at night. I've had the best sleep since we've got those curtains up, and it just makes the room look so dark. And I actually have 2 options on how I can use these curtains, which is fun too, without even having to take them down. But I'm going to take you into the room. I'm going to show you the curtains, and I'm going to show you the shelf that James made me around Christmas time. We got it put up. I've got some decor on it, but you know, I might tweak that here and there, but let's go into the bedroom and take a look. Okay, here are the curtains, and I absolutely love them. I love the fact that we was able to raise the rod. I just love everything about them. I actually have 2 drop cloths in the center, 1 on each side, but if I wanted to, I could just move the ones in the center to each end, and it would just make them look fuller. But I'm gonna try this for a little while. I have options, and I just love them, y'all. They're perfectly imperfect. And I just love how they go to the floor. I just love everything about them. And more than anything else, I love the way they make our room so dark at night. Absolutely love it. So real quick, I'm going to fill y'all in on some questions I've got about my bedding. And so I'm going to answer those questions real quick. My comforter, this comforter right here, and the pillow shams came from Amazon. I do have them linked in my Amazon store if you're interested. This one and the pillow shams came from Bed Bath & Beyond about 5 years ago. And then I've just thrifted other pillow shams and thrifted. This is a pillow cover I thrifted. And then that blessed pillow was given to me by my daughter-in-law. And then this throw was given to me by my mother. So that is my bedding and where it came from. And I absolutely love it. I love that. Well, first of all, this comforter, the checkered comforter, is perfect for us. It's just right. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. But on extra cold nights, if we need it, we can always use this comforter on top. I love having it folded across the bed. To me, it just looks so French country. And I like it. I like that look. So that is about my bedding. Hope that answers your questions. And then all of my prints in the room, I've got off of Etsy. It's the printable downloads. I would just buy them and have them printed. And this was an old home interior frame that had a different picture in it. And I just kind of sanded it down and made it look the finish it has on it. And then this frame over here, I actually thrifted. And then this piece over here, I got from Hobby Lobby on super duper clearance. I think, I can't even remember. I think it was like $9. It had a broken mirror in it. I just took the mirror out. And yeah, I even have chickens in my bedroom. So I just scattered them all through my house. I love them. And I just think it just looks so French country. And then here's some more printable downloads that I got off of Etsy. And that is a shelf that I thrifted. And I did the rust technique on it. That's a dove I thrifted. Pretty much all that's in it is thrifted. And that's what that looks like. But the best part is, ta-da! My shelf, my sweet hubby made me. I absolutely love it so much. Now, the sheet print was thrifted. James made me the shelf, and we just hung it up there, and he made the little wood pieces to cover the screws, and we just stained them to match. And then this piece came from a store, oh my gosh, y'all, I know it was probably 25 years ago, a store called Fred's. It's like a Dollar General, Family Dollar type store. They've closed down in my area, but this came from there. And I actually seen this actual pottery piece in Kirkland, but I got it at Fred's for a super cheap price. And then this is one of those ferns from Hobby Lobby that I just took out of the pot and put in this pot. And then this is a little thrifted jewelry box that I just put some pearls in. And then this is a little bird that was a different color, and I just did some rub and buff on it and made it that color. And then this is part of that garland that I love to use so much. I don't know the name of that garland, but it's very, very inexpensive, especially if you get it 50% off. I think if you get it 50% off, I want to say it's like $8 or $10. Super duper inexpensive. Thrifted candlesticks, thrifted doily, and that's what that looks like. Well, there you have it. That is my drop cloth curtains. I absolutely love them. I'm so glad I decided to do them. Like I said, the way that they keep out the light at night is just worth everything. And if by some chance the wrinkles don't fall out like I think they should, or they really start to bother me, I do have a steamer I can use. I'm not too stressed about it because I pull the curtains open and close all the time. So it's not that big of a deal to me, honestly. But if you are a person that is opposed to wrinkles, wants them stick straight, this is probably not the best option for you. But if that doesn't bother you, then I say try it. You might really love it. But be warned, these drop cloths are extremely heavy. Extremely heavy. So just keep that in mind wherever you decide to put them. Be sure you have enough support on your rod. Be sure your rod is large enough for it. And I think you'll be okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank y'all so much for being patient with me while it come together. You know, sometimes it just comes together perfectly and sometimes it takes a little bit. So there you go. I love y'all and I will see you in the next video. Bye y'all.